All right, I got a couple of jobs today. Gonna video this. I was up for 31 hours yesterday straight from my last job from the hospital. I feel like a truck ran me over, but money's not gonna make itself, is it? Let's grow this business. Let's get it. Washer's filled up. Everything's raring to go. There we go. Soft wash this. Gonna do the back patio. Soft wash. Already got my hose pulled out. Need that extra 50 feet. House wash at the front. Driveway, sidewalks, and curbs. Let's go. All right, so here we go. I'm just watering down everything. So any kind of overspray, it won't mess anything up. Plus, I like to just water everything down because, nobody wants it dry. So here I am. You going back and forth. I don't have the stuff to switch it back and forth, the nice little mechanism, so I put a lot of footsteps in on this job. Here I'm applying application, I'm applying chemicals. I accidentally put too much soap in it. So after I applied, here we go for another trip. Got to get my coffee. Took it out, I'm headed back here. Like I said, I accidentally put too much in, and it took me a little bit longer to rinse all of this than what I would have liked on the back. So when I did the rest of the house, I made sure I didn't put near as much soap in it because I spent way too much time rinsing the back side of this house. I was also supposed to do that back deck there, but I would have had to go through the house, and the owner wasn't feeling that good that morning, so she said I would just do that at another time. That took entirely long enough, so here we are onto the side. I'm applying application here. You can't really tell. The house doesn't look that dirty. There goes another trip. The house doesn't really, or actually now I'm applying application here. Put the chemicals on now. I'm just wetting down the front as that sits, as it dwells for just a little bit. It doesn't look that dirty. You'll see here on the other side the absolute difference that it makes. It doesn't look that dirty, but it gets really clean. This house looks so much better once I finish. So I have my dwell time in there. This side took me a little bit longer only because there was so much mud and clay coming out between the gutter and the house that I had to keep rinsing it because it just kept coming out of nowhere, it seemed like. I feel like I'm watching Call of Duty pressure washing edition with this POV. So I've already wet this down, but it was pretty hot already. I just want to make sure that it was good and wet before I started spraying. Here I'm applying chemicals, and I speed this up a little bit more because y'all know what it looks like to spray chemicals. I'm like a jumping bean right here, or a ninja. Here I go again, all over the place. All right, let's give her a little rinse real quick. This is always my least favorite part because no matter what you do or what angle you take, I always get soaked. All right, I slowed this down because I would just see this here so you could really see the difference. You can see the drip lines from where I sprayed chemicals earlier on the siding right here. You can see it running down. I'm applying chemicals right here. And then I'll show you here in just a second the after effect. You can see how dirty this house really was. Bam, baby, look at that. Look how clean that is. Doesn't even look like the same house. And that's at 1.1%, because if I use my flat fan on it, it'll pull, no, I'm sorry. The flat fan pulls 1.1%. This one only pulls 1. So I'm only shooting 1% on the side of this house. And it cleaned up very nicely. And here I'm doing the back patio real quick. The back patio was terrible for drainage. It all right there in the corner, it would just pool up and the water would just sit there. And then I just sprayed mud all over the clean house that I just did. A little bit of surface cleaning, and then it looked good. Sprayed off as much mud and water as I could, and then sprayed off all their furniture that they sat in the yard too, because it was covered in mud. So I'm just gonna show y'all know what it looks like to do the driveway. I'm just doing one little section right here so y'all can see the difference on their driveway. It never looks that dirty until you start pressure washing it, and then it looks amazing. Also, look at that little trailer back there, that little setup. Oh, I'm so proud of that thing. I'm not gonna lie, it is pretty cool when you start looking at your rig and then you realize how much work you've done in order to get where you are. It may be a small little rig, but I'm pretty proud of it. All right, house is washed. Front porch, walkway, driveway, sidewalks, curbs, all the way. Douchebag maneuver. On to the next one. All right, guys. From the time I pulled up, that was a house wash, a back patio, driveway, sidewalks and curbs. From the time I pulled up, set up, did the job, put everything up, got back in the car, took me exactly 3 hours, 27 minutes. And I just made $700. That's good money, boys. Now I got to do one more small driveway. With this one, it's a smaller driveway, and I don't know if they had the money. So I did go back on what I just said. I normally don't do a driveway for less than 200 in this neighborhood, but I felt like they need a little bit of help, so I'm doing this one for 150. So go knock this one out real quick and then go to the pool. Y'all know what a driveway cleaning looks like, just before and after. Yeah. All right, y'all. So I was there for an hour and 26 minutes, $150. I don't know why a lot of times pressure washing channels, like they don't tell what they make. I started at 8 o'clock this morning. It is 2:13 and I have made a total of $850 in a 6-hour span time. That's pretty good. I'm about to go to the pool because it's hot. There you go. That's how you make $850 in just over 6 hours. Fellas, you got to get out there and grind. Money ain't going to make itself. Now, who would do a douchebag line like that?